Well, hello, and welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to discuss stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today I just thought I'd do a very quick box opening. I've been in New York, haven't had a lot of time to make videos and stuff, been very busy, but I thought a nice box opening might tide you guys over a little bit until I can get some more tobacco reviews and some other videos like that up and at 'em for you. But if you also know September 19th, that date might sound familiar to you. Oh yes, this is the new iPhone 6. I was lucky enough to get in on the pre-order. I was actually in New York when the pre-order occurred. I was irritated because I figured since I was on the East Coast, I'd be in on the ground floor, so to speak, with the pre-order. But then I found out that they were going to do midnight Pacific time, which meant 3 in the morning Eastern time. So I dutifully got up at 3 in the morning. Took me an hour and a half, but I finally got through the website, ordered my iPhone. Got it first day it's available. So here it is right here. This is my iPhone from Palo Alto, California. I was also getting freaked out, as I think everybody does every time a new iPhone comes out, by the UPS tracking information, which never seemed to be up to date. It was yesterday, midday, and it still hadn't shown that it shipped, and I was freaking out a little bit. But anyway, it's the moment of truth. Let's open this thing up. Ooh, this is interesting packaging here. Let's get rid of this box. Our phone has been shrink wrapped to this. Let's see if we can get this out. Aha. And it's just invoice and stuff, I'm sure. Take a quick look. That all seems to be in order. But now to the phone itself. Ooh, this is interesting. I don't know if you can make this out. Yes, but there's this little ghost image, raised image of the iPhone 6 in here. The very austere, classy packaging that Apple is usually into. You might see here. Ooh, the 128 gigabyte option. Nice! Anyway, let's see if we can't crack this baby open. Get our trusty GEC Northfield American Jack number 78 pocket knife. And we will very carefully cut through this plastic here. Oops. There we go. Ooh, this is exciting. I currently have the iPhone 5. I'm on the 2-year upgrade cycle of the major, not on the S cycle. I'm on the, iterative iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6. And pretty excited to have 128 gigs of storage, a little bit bigger screen. I was kind of freaked out about the bigger screen, actually. Ooh, there it is. This is the iPhone 6 in space gray. Unfortunately, I can't show you this next to my iPhone 5 because I'm using my iPhone 5 to record this video right now. But let's pop this out. Little tray as usual. That's interesting that they have the camera cut out in the back of the tray. I guess that's because the camera protrudes a little bit from the back of the phone. Something that some people complained about. We have our customary little packet with information and such. Nothing too groundbreaking, I'm sure. Let's see. We have something that just shows, I don't know if this even picks up, the different buttons and controls on the iPhone. Welcome to iPhone, turn on your phone, yada yada yada. We've got some phone info. Sure, just about cellular bands, hearing aid stuff, and the little Apple stickers. Seem to be a tradition nowadays. So that's all that was in here. And then also we come with our Lightning to USB cable for charging and syncing. We have our wall charging unit, and we have our in-ear headphones with the mic and remote control. But the phone itself, wow. I have pretty big hands. I was debating the 6 Plus. I don't like giant phones. That's one of the reasons why I've stayed with the iPhone. I mean, I love the iPhone ecosystem, I love iOS and everything, but I also hated gigantor Android phones. I just thought it was ridiculous to have phones that were that giant. Why have a phone then? It just seems strange to me. And I like the 4-inch screen. This is a 4.7-inch screen now. I was pretty leery about it getting that much bigger. iPhone 6 Plus is 5.5 inches. So this is quite a bit smaller than the 6 Plus, but from all the reviews I read and everything, it is so thin, and I'm feeling it now. I don't know if this is at all conveyed, and I'm sure you've all seen thousands of images, but this is remarkably thin. And it feels even more so in the hand. This phone does not feel big. The screen is obviously much bigger. Let's see if it even has a charge right now. Oh, there we go. But just taking a look at it, got the usual information on the back. Designed by Apple in California, assembled in China, model blah 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 blah, and all our little symbols for radio waves and all that stuff. Apple logo on the back. I guess this is stainless steel now for the first time. We still have our coating on here, our plastic coating. Here's that famous camera bump. So we can pick that up. You see it protrudes, and that's a result of the fact that the case is so thin now. I guess the sensor and lens was about the same size as it was on the 5S, and it could no longer be contained by the case itself. And then we've got one major difference with the new 6 is that the power or sleep-wake button is now on the side instead of on the top, because I guess they figured it would be difficult for people to reach. It seems like I'd still be able to get it. I mean, if I'm looking now at this phone, here I am, I can touch my home button. I can reach everywhere on this phone very easily. It's not too big at all, but I do have big hands. I'm a 6'2" incher with extra large hands, mostly, you know, any pair of gloves I wear, extra large, so I'm obviously not typical, but this is perfect. I was really worried. They have this reachability feature now where you can double tap the home button, not pressing it, but just tapping it, and the top of the screen will come down. I don't see any reason why I would need to use that. I think this phone looks absolutely beautiful. The volume buttons have changed. They become elongated. Ooh, nice and clicky. Good tactile. Here's your silent toggle switch. These are antenna lines, I believe. Break up this aluminum back, but I think that looks fine. This just feels really nice, and if you can see this, maybe you can, maybe you can't. The glass meets this bezel and it curves into it, so you can feel, it's really hard to explain, but as you swipe from one side to the next, the glass curves around to actually meet the curved aluminum, and it's really, really nice. The attention to detail and the workmanship on these phones, you pay a little bit of a premium for an Apple product. It is true, and people will always say, oh, there's an Android that can do that and it's cheaper and yada yada yada. Perhaps there is. I love the quality and the attention to detail on these iPhones, and I love the iOS ecosystem. I'm so firmly entrenched in that with all my apps and all my music and everything. I just prefer it. And I think this is another great example. This is it's quite a bit larger than the 5S or the 5, but it certainly doesn't feel like it in the hand. I think this is beautiful. I'm going to enjoy using this very much. I've got a nice, I love it whenever a new phone comes out because my day is swept up in you know, activating the phone, transferring everything over, setting up all my apps. I usually weed through all my apps and everything and decide what I do and don't need. So that's a fun little chore to look forward to. But I'll start using this phone. I don't think I'll post a review necessarily or anything. This isn't a tech channel, but I'll probably let you guys know what I think of it once I've had a little time to use it. But for now, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm going to plug this baby in and start putting all my music and all that good stuff on there. One thing we can look forward to in the future is me actually recording these YouTube videos with this iPhone 6. I've been using my 5, which is serviceable, does alright. You can do 1080p resolution and everything, but this supposedly will focus much quicker. You know that is often an issue on these videos. It just won't focus very quickly. Supposedly the 6 really takes care of that issue. And also, I guess it's just better in low light. Just supposed to be all around a better camera. Not necessarily any more resolution. I think it's still 8 megapixels, but supposedly the camera works better and there are more options in the apps and everything. So you can look forward to that. But for now, I've been Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things, opening the brand new iPhone 6 in space gray, 128 gigabytes. Thank you so much for watching. Good day.